Welcome to Exact Training. This lesson is about deleting a stock ID from the physical inventory. In this lesson, we will learn why we should delete a stock ID, the prerequisites to do before deleting, and how to delete the stock ID from MAX. A MAX stock ID can only be deleted when no records exist in its part stock file. To list the stock IDs that have no parts, select Reports menu and choose Empty Stock IDs. Let's find out why we should delete a stock ID. Deleting unused stock IDs can help to reduce the number of records that need to be viewed when we browse for available stock IDs, as well as in reports. It also reduces the number of records that could be presented when cycle counting or when performing a physical inventory. There are some things to do first, because if you delete a stock ID that is still being used, your orders and reports may not be correct. We first need to understand that the stock ID may be assigned to a part as a primary stock ID. Remember that the primary stock ID is the stock ID that will automatically populate in the inventory transaction screens for that specific part. Since it can be overwritten, it is not mandatory to remove the stock ID from the part master right away. However, you will get an error when you attempt to process a transaction if it is not manually overwritten. This is also true for open shop orders and purchase orders. They too should be updated to reflect a different stock ID. Next, you'll want to cycle count all parts that remain in the stock ID out. The most important step to remember is to post the From To Charge report prior to deleting any stock ID. You may have open transactions that use this stock ID, and if you delete it prior to posting them, the From To report will give you an error and you will have to add the stock ID back in to be able to post it. Then we'll run the Purge Part Stock utility from the System Manager Batch menu. This utility unlinks the part number records that moved in and out of this stock ID in the past. You will not be able to delete the stock ID if any part stock records exist. And the last step is to remove the stock ID from the GL account setup screen. For more information on these topics, please refer to MAX videos on these topics: cycle count transactions, From To Charge reports, purge part stock, and maintain GL accounts. Let's move on to how to delete a stock ID. These are the steps we'll follow. From the System Manager, choose the Inventory Control module. Then we'll choose the Activity menu, Inventory Data submenu, and the Stock ID Data submenu. We will enter the stock ID and select the Delete button. So from the System Manager, choose the Materials tab. Select the Activity menu. Choose Inventory Data from the menu list. And from the submenu, choose Stock ID Data. Select the Stock ID field. If you know the code for the item you'd like to delete, manually enter it here. To see a list of all available items, double-click to open the Stock ID browser. Click the Search button to show the available stock ID codes. Locate the item you wish to delete and double-click to select it. To delete this stock ID, press the Delete button. A message will display asking if you are sure that you want to delete. If you are sure, press the Delete button. Then another message will appear stating that the delete operation was successful. The item you chose has now been deleted. When you are finished deleting, press the Close button. And we're ready to leave this module. Select the Activity menu and choose Exit. You are now back at the System Manager screen. After completing this lesson, you have learned how to delete a stock ID, why to delete a stock ID, and what prerequisites have to be met before deleting. Thank you for participating in Exact Training.